posted the N-word scene from French Connection on Twitter in honor of Gene Hackman.
Nice.
What's the deal about his death being suspicious? They think his wife killed him or what?
No.
Yeah, she killed him and then she accidentally killed herself too. Kind of like a bumbling sort of.
Well, here's the thing about his death, why it's suspicious.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Because nobody knows what the fuck happened. Because here's the thing. He's 95 years old. She's pretty old. She's like 60s, 70s.
Damn, cradle robber.
So if he like fell down, which it looks like he fell down and his cane was next to him and he had a hard time walking. Why didn't she call 911? Like, why is she? How could these two people die?
You were saying gas leak. I think that's a good guess.
Well,
the wife died too?
And the dog.
The wife died and their dog died.
Oh, I didn't.
They haven't been seen for 2 weeks.
Pour one out for the dog, for Gene Hackman's dog.
Just slowly starving to death.
Or maybe he died in the gas leak.
Or maybe the woman died, had a heart attack, and then he freaked out and fell down, and then like.
Oh,
so
man.
it's suspicious because they're just like looking at 2 dead old people.
Yeah.
And a dead dog, and they're like, "What happened?
That's a dead
Why
dog.
are you people so stupid that you've died? Like you just fell
Sounds like
down
it's
and
kind
died
of a Mr. Magoo situation, actually.
in 2 different rooms."
Oh my god, a 95-year-old guy died? What a surprise.
Well, why'd his wife die?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just falling down? Now, Weird Al Yankovic, his parents both died in a gas leak.
Yeah, from a gas leak.
I mean, gas smells like sulfur. They specifically put a scent into it.
So you're calling them fucking idiots? Is that what you're saying? Weird Al's parents are fucking idiots?
To die, I mean, I don't know how long ago it was and when they started putting sulfur into the gas.
You know what? Because it wasn't a gas leak, it was carbon monoxide.
Yes, that's right.
You should have one of those in your house for sure.
Nah.
A carbon monoxide exhaust pipe?
A carbon, yeah.
That pipe's hot, fresh carbon monoxide?
It's an easy death. I don't think it's too bad. I think you just kind of suffocate, but without knowing it.
Yeah, you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Now,
no big deal.
Randy Quaid on Twitter, he posted an interesting theory. He said Gene Hackman had some of the best residual money in the world.
Yeah.
This is murder. This is murder. Randy Quaid knows. What I'm thinking is the TEC, the time enforcement cops. They get on the case. We need Jean-Claude Van Damme to go back in time because someone is using a time machine, probably Ron Silver, to steal Gene Hackman's residuals.
Yeah, totally.
That's fucked up.
We're doing Timecop, 1994, I think, directed by Peter Hyams, based on the Dark Horse comic. Now, Dark Horse Comics had a great run in 1994. They produced Timecop, which was based on one of their comics, and they also produced The Mask, which was also based on one of their comics. And
Spawn is dark. No, Spawn is
Image.
Dark
Horse also made
the cool one.
Dark Horse made Barbed Wire with Pamela Anderson, and then it kind of fell apart pretty quickly. And also, Sin City is a Dark Horse comic, but
really,
it's a Frank Miller
collaboration or something.
It's his comic. He owns it. See, the thing with Dark Horse Comics is they let the creators own their work, unlike Marvel and DC. But they would do this like little thing where they would write these like 2-issue comics. Like Timecop is only 2 issues, and Dr. Giggles is like 2 or 3 issues, and then they would like sell these as movie pitches, and they got some movies made.
Yeah,
smart.
Hellboy is also a Dark Horse comic.
Have you read the Timecop comic?
No, I never did. It's 2 issues. It looks weird. I never was able to buy it. I looked it up on eBay. It's like you can get it for like $10-15.
Do they include the scene where the main character jumps and does a split and you get to see his juicy butt cheeks? Is that in the comic?
Doesn't that happen twice in the movie?
I mean, every scene, Jean-Claude, you're seeing some juicy cheeks. So
now this was a big movie for Jean-Claude Van Damme. This they say is peak Jean-Claude Van Damme on the mountain of his life. This is the peak of his life. This is the very tippy top.
His star
So
power, his star
this
meter was the highest.
this movie made over $100 million at the box office.
Damn.
And then Jean-Claude Van Damme said, "You know what? From now on, I want $20 million a movie, and I want to be a big movie star because I am the best." And then every movie he made afterwards was a flop. And also he was high on cocaine.
Damn.
So he also made Street Fighter this year, 94 with and he had an affair with what's her face?
Kylie
Kylie
Minogue.
Minogue. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, pretty
Good for
cool.
him.
That would sounds like such a fun movie to have made for
Do
the
you know who do you know
mm,
who he was married to when he was cheating and having an affair with Kylie Minogue?
I
go.
don't remember.
Raul Julia
Oh,
Damn.
nice.
That bastard. He
and
cheated
Bison.
on sweet Raoul.
So
For
this is
me,
post Bloodsport, and then what was after Time Cop?
Oh yeah, because Raoul Julia, didn't he die of AIDS too?
Probably.
no, he did not die of
He got
AIDS.
it from Jean-Claude.
He did not
Jean-Claude
die
gave
of
him AIDS and then
AIDS.
cheated on
He was killed by Blanca.
him. Yeah. Oh yeah, he
Um,
was electrocuted to death by Blanc.
Bloodsport, I believe, is the first real Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, but I think he was in like some crappy canon movies like Electric Boogaloo too or whatever. Yeah, in the 80s he did Bloodsport and then he did Kickboxer, which is like a remake of Bloodsport, and then he did,
Fa
a bunch of crap.
Famously, he's the Predator. He was the original Predator.
He was the original Predator who got fired.
Like what were the flops after Time Cop? The hockey movie, obviously, right?
Sudden Death, which is the same director, Peter Hyams,
Uh-huh.
and it's like a Die Hard ripoff. That flopped, and then Maximum Impact, Double Team, Knockoff. Those weren't really big hits, even though Knockoff is good. Like his he can't act. That's like
Yeah,
one
no
thing that
shit.
always held him back. His ability to speak English is not very good. His little thing where he splits and does his and shows his butt cheeks off is cool, but he does it in every movie, especially in Double Impact. It's tough. Like action movies kind of fell apart in the late 90s. Now, here's my theory. In the early to mid 90s, all the action movies are just hyper violent. They're R rated. They have nudity. The budgets are kind of low. And you get cool movies like Ricochet, Predator 2, Time Cop. And they're just making these movies, they're cranking them out. But then the budgets get bigger because the actors want more money. They want like 20 million bucks. So you end up like, so instead of being in like an awesome movie like Terminator 2, Schwarzenegger's now in like Last Action Hero. That's the first movie where anyone got paid 20 million bucks. That movie flopped because once they budgets get so big, they go like, we have to put a little kid in it. We have to make it PG-13. We can't make it cool.
Uh,
We can't make it like,
blame the child.
well, and also the corporations get greedy.
The corporation's just trying to give a good kid honest work.
And, there's and then like people are making cool stuff that just blows it away, like Speed, this Keanu Reeves movie. It
That's
just
got
blows away every other Jean-Claude Van Damme movie of the late 90s or like,
yeah, but there's no like Time Cop has a good hook. I
yes,
mean,
it does.
it basically is Minority. I forgot that I had seen this movie already, but this is the same fucking movie as Minority Report in like lots of ways.
And
Like there's so
Terminator.
many scenes
Sure.
that are like
Terminator.
similar,
So like Terminator.
but it almost feels like like they stole the kind of base of the movie for Minority Report and then
From
tried
Terminator.
and then figured out how to make it like more palatable.
How is it like Minority Report?
Well, it's got the thing where his like lady dies, but also it's kind of like the precogs in Minority Report are like uh it's like because the time travel in this movie is ridiculous and makes no sense. And like the rules of it are crazy and stuff. So it's like they don't Minority Report doesn't have that. They have this like kind of sci-fi fantasy thing
Plus, there's
justifies
no
the
time
same sort of
travel.
cop stuff that they do.
Well,
Okay,
It's
I
not,
get
yeah,
it.
there's not
I get
time
it.
travel
It's
because
that's
time travel is
look.
hard to
Hey,
make.
that's your theory. That's
That's
your
my
theory.
theory.
Me, on the other hand, I believe it is similar to Back to the Future and the Terminator, two movies involving time travel and assassinating
That's what
people in the past and like fixing the past.
oh, are
And
they cops? There's not. It's about cops. This movie's. You're focusing more on the time part. I'm thinking that if you're real has no. This is about cops.
but
and
Minority
It's a
like
Report was
cop
about the
movie.
Minority Report was about future crimes. This is about going back in time and prosecuting past crimes, not
Yeah,
future crimes. It's
yeah.
a little different concept.
Shut the
but
fuck up, Mike.
Yes,
Mike,
and also this movie's PG-13, not R, which is crazy.
it's R-rated.
You see some titties.
Well, then on YouTube it says
Now,
PG-13 because maybe there's like a special
wrong.
cut.
On YouTube, it says TVPG. Now
Oh,
I was
well,
on YouTube earlier and
uh
I was like TVPG Time Cop. This is an R-rated movie, and I click on it and I'm
huh.
like, did they cut out the
What is
nudity?
this shit?
So I fast forward right to the topless scene of Mia Sara from Ferris Bueller. It's there, and then I fast forward to the VR scene where you see the lady's bush. You know
Oh
that
yeah,
beautiful woman, Mike, that you love,
Uh,
that beautiful lady.
that was a
God,
gorgeous woman.
no, you.
TVP. If you want to see a nude woman, you can go on YouTube.com. YouTube.com. Look up Time Cop. I swear to God,
That's where
it's
I see all
free.
my nude ladies.
Mike, what did you think of that beaver and that beautiful lady?
I'm. I mean, a beaver is fine. It's the everything else attached to the beaver. I'm not interested. The
What
ugly
about those?
face, the no tits, the skinny body. I
She
mean,
has
a
fake
pussy's a
boobs.
pussy.
Dude, imagine having strapping that VR set onto your head and fucking that lady with the with their teeth and all that shit.
I can imagine that, and it does nothing for me.
Because
This
you've already
movie,
came. That's what you mean, right?
No.
this movie is so good, especially after No Escape. Now, if you want to like this movie, like yeah, if you watch Terminator 2, you'll be like, this sucks. But if you watch No Escape beforehand, like we did,
Yeah.
this movie is so much fucking better. And so much it moves so fast. I love how this movie is so stupid, but it just is like a freight train, just relentlessly moving forward, and it doesn't stop.
It's not self-conscious about how stupid it is. And
It
that's an
doesn't
important
care.
quality. In stupidity, it's really important to not be self-conscious about it.
And like Ray Liotta in No Escape is
Confidence.
like trying to be a good actor. This movie, you have a terrible actor, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and it doesn't matter because the
Hey,
plot mechanics, the script, the pacing, the skeleton of this movie is like finely tuned and slick. It just is.
it knows what it people who are putting on Time Cop, it knows what they want to see. It knows the scenes. You know what I mean?
And it has enough good ideas. The other thing about this era of the mid 90s, with these budgets were lower, they had to rely on good ideas. They couldn't just throw money at the screen like Captain America 3 or whatever, or 4, where they're doing all these reshoots and they're doing all this bullshit and it's slow and it's stupid. They have to have like, no, they need like an idea. So, like, what's the opening scene? You have
Cowboys.
cowboys, okay? And a guy shows up with a machine gun and he robs the cowboys with the machine
Or
gun,
it's like a
just
future
blasts them.
gun. Future
Yeah,
gun.
it's two machine pistols.
But they're future pistols,
Yes, yes, they are. They're prop pistols.
which is
And
cool.
actually, I did read about that. That's the first time those guns were ever used, and they've been used in a lot of other movies like
Oh, that's cool.
Stargate. Stargate, it was big in, but this was the first one that these custom built M91Ss were used.
Hell yeah.
Now, I kind of was going to say this earlier, but I got cut off or I lost track of thought. This movie is about cops who go back in time and stop crimes of time travelers. What they do not do is fix any of the horrific shit that has happened throughout world history. Your baby gets
Yes.
killed, you're
Yes.
fucked. Gene Hackman dies, they will not fix that. Any terrorist
Save the dog.
attack, not their problem.
But it's just,
W-
but the point is,
Assassinations, wars, Hitler, all that doesn't matter. What matters is They don't. And it's so funny. They can't figure this out. They never even think about this. Okay, they go like, people are going back in time. They're stealing gold. They're funding terrorism. They're doing this. They're doing that. Maybe we should find the other time machine. No, that never comes. Halfway through the movie, they go like, "Oh wait, the original um demo unit or whatever, or like the R&D unit, that's still online." They're like, "Oh shit, fuck, we never thought about that."
Oops.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, you're so smart. God damn it, he's right. That guy's been. So yeah, the Time Enforcement Agency or Cop Force or whatever the hell it's called is started after this, after time travel is invented, and
Yeah, it's to
it's very
police
political.
time travel.
This movie, I mean,
Makes
there's
sense.
watching it today with Doge and with Donald Trump. It's very interesting because the bad guy in the movie, Ron Silver, what does he want to do? He wants to cut government agencies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's
He
also
want
like being like, I'm so rich. He says a line that is basically like Elon Musk, where he's like, people just need somebody to be so rich that they can control things for
That
them.
they won't be swayed. That they won't be like swayed one way or the other by money.
And then he says that, and then he's like, Ron Silver's like, and it's like the left, they want to make comedy illegal, like legalize comedy. That's what Ron Silver says in Time Cop. Just kidding. That's just a thing that Elon Musk said recently. Hey,
Bastard.
guys, are you there?
I'm just enjoying the comedy. I got it. I just like to let the.
Hey, legalize. Hey, you need to legalize some fucking comedy right now.
I'm holding for applause
Okay.
because out there in the audience is laughing,
Yeah, they'll be like
applauding.
laughing and cheering.
It's like I'm like Jerry Seinfeld. The door opened and Kramer just came in. Everything has gone crazy loco.
Fair
So
enough. Fair enough. Appreciate
the
your
mo-
pause.
the plot of the movie is so stupid it makes no sense. Which is what you want in a time travel movie. You want your time travel movie to be convoluted and to just fall apart with one question. You want the
Yeah.
plot holes to be so big that the whole thing falls apart. And so basically, they invent Time Enforcement Agency. Jean Claude Van Damme's wife is killed. Um, the entire home they live in is blown apart in a gigantic explosion, a C4. Jean Claude Van Damme is thrown back,
It's a good explosion.
but then he just becomes because in the future they were trying to kill Jean Claude Van Damme, but they failed. So anyway, he just becomes a cop for 20 years, and then is doing time travel cop stuff, and then 20 years later he meets
10 years later. 10 years.
10 years later he meets Ron Silver, and Ron Silver's like, "Hey, I have no idea who you are," and he's like, "And you have no idea who I am, and you don't know I'm the bad guy," and it's like, okay. And then the plot is Ron Silver goes back in time to kill him, but
I think
he's
Ron
gonna
Silver
do it
does
right.
know that
Like
he's
what?
him. I think Ron
Yeah,
Silver does.
no, he does know, but I'm just saying, like,
I followed this movie perfectly, by the way. I don't know.
I don't know
Why
how
could-
you guys look this deep into it at all. I mean, I was just
how could
enjoying
he
the
not
action.
just kill him? Just kill. Why didn't How could Jean Claude Van Damme not die? Whatever, fine. It makes no sense. Anyway,
You got Gene on the brain, dude, right now.
blah blah blah. Jean Claude Van Damme. He wants to save his wife's life. That's not the main plot of the movie. That's kind of on the back burner.
I thought he's not allowed to do that.
He's not allowed to do that. That's the
That's the
conflict of a
struggle.
time cop.
That's good. This is good stuff. This is what you want in a movie. Something that's, well, it's kind of an interesting dichotomy because these people are going back in time for these selfish reasons to get money, like the guy in the Depression era stock trader guy.
What's right
Was
before
his,
that starts?
was that his old partner?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right before it starts.
Yeah, yeah.
It's 1929, so it's right before the stock market crash. But yeah,
Oh boy, what is this? What's going on right now?
I'm just letting you know it's not depression.
Well, there's people jumping off of the buildings. Okay, so the stock market crash of the 20s.
I thought he was trying to buy
So
cheap stocks after the crash.
yeah, so like that's what they do is they go and stop these guys from doing these selfish, you know, things and to alter time for their own
I'm sorry.
benefits.
I'm
But
sorry. I'm
he's
sorry. This is minor, but I wish we had a time machine to rewrite the script for Time Cop because there was a bear market for several years after 1929, and it took a few years for it to reach bottom. So, but I understand the general basics of this plot, but go ahead. Go ahead.
so are you sure? You good?
Well, it's just
Anything
that
else?
the 1929 wasn't the bottom of the stock market. This is the confusion. But go ahead.
Mike's looking down at his penis right now.
It looks
Um,
beautiful.
oh, cool.
It looks like the 1929 stock market.
Ah, come on.
Hey, no, things are looking up. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
I can't
so
even see
so
it.
anyway, it's an interesting dichotomy for a time cop. That's what he's enforcing. But hey, he's got this personal thing where he's like, damn, if I could fucking go back, I would do that shit. But
Well,
it's like he's like, I
but
can't do it. But then he ultimately does do it, and it's no big deal.
yeah, everything works out. Because
So you
here's the
can
thing.
change time. It's not a big deal.
He goes back to the 20s. There's this guy buying up cheap stock. He's got a Walkman.
That's cool.
He's rocking out, buying stock. This is also kind of like the plot of Primer, which is what they do. So Jean-Claude Van Damme
Ripple.
shows up, and the guy's like, "Hey, I have like henchmen." The movie has the best henchmen in movie history. I mean, these henchmen are so tough and so cool, and they really have. They just exist to be killed by Jean-Claude Van Damme. They don't do anything smart. They don't care if whether or not they live or die. They just like to. They just open a door.
That's what you
The
want in a henchman.
No
they walk in
weapons,
the
no
room.
guns.
Yeah, no
Sometimes
guns.
maybe they'll have a knife.
Right. Well, I mean, these specifically 20, the guy from the 1920s, those henchmen did not have any weapons. They just walked in and then
Oh
got beat
yeah,
up.
so they tried to like box him
They put up their
old
dukes,
fashioned
I
stuff.
went 29 rounds with
Yeah,
John Sullivan, the
that's a
first
fun.
yeah.
That's fun. That's fun.
heavyweight champion of the world, bare knuckle boxer.
And Jean-Claude Van Damme beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
What an
I mean,
upset.
Never seen a
modern
Belgian guy do splits and stuff like that.
boxers never really do good in MMA.
And then Jean-Claude Van Damme like kills all the henchmen and then he goes to the guy. He's like, "Who put you up to this? This costs a lot of money. Who's funding your operation?" He's like, "I can't tell you." He's like, "Come on, tell me." He's like, "All right, it's the senator. It's the very famous Senator Ron Silver."
Why is it an opera? Why, if he's going back and doing this, why isn't he just like, why is he
Because
doing it for somebody else?
he's getting paid. It's like, I have
Wouldn't you
access to
fucking
a
get
time.
paid by doing like the stock market
He
trick?
needs access to the time machine.
Okay, okay. Well, can't you just go back in time? You don't come back?
I have no idea. Nothing makes any sense when you
Yeah,
break it down, like the
it's
little of it,
convoluted.
but it's just moving because you have to
Yeah,
remember
it's important. It's just to keep moving.
it's like a comic book. You know, it's just stupid. It just moves, okay? And it's like, okay, these are the rules, whatever. This is what we have to deal with. Nobody does anything important with the time machine. They just use it to steal money. They never have, no one in the movie attempts to do anything exciting or clever with the time machine. It's just, I'm going to buy stock. It's like
Steal
Back to the
Confederate
Future
gold.
too.
Yeah.
So they go back to the modern day era, and the guy goes to trial, and there's like three judges. Very Judge Dredd. It's like a secret time travel court, and they're just like, "Do you have anything you want to say before we pass judgment?" And he's like, "No." And Jean-Claude Van Damme's like, "What? Come on, tell them about the senator." He's like, "No, I can't. No." And they're like, "You're guilty, sentenced to death." And then they drop him off a building because he was falling originally before Jean-Claude Van Damme
Yeah, yeah.
grabbed him.
He tried
And
to
Falling
commit
off in the
suicide.
20s, back in the 20s.
yeah, and Jean-Claude Van Damme has this
We're
like
talking about
beeper.
time.
He has this beeper that he can click and then it sends him back into the modern day.
Yeah.
But they kind of have a Matrix bubble thing. Remember in the like in the Matrix when the helicopter hit the building and it goes like bloop, 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 bloop,
Yeah. Or when Keanu like
bloop, bloop,
doesn't
bloop.
make the jump and then he lands and it goes like boing, boing on the ground.
Ripples. It ripples. Time is like a butthole and it just boom, it pierces.
Yeah.
Why did
Totally.
they have to send him back to the
Got to
20s
push
to die?
through.
Why didn't they just kill him again? What
Because
was
they
the point of sending him back? And what did
because
they
he
like?
Well,
They strapped him down into that little time machine car and
yes,
made him
yes,
go like
yes,
the time machine
yes,
car is is one of the best
he
parts.
yes,
had to like he couldn't nothing.
yes, yes. Because it's cool, Mike. Because
They probably
also
put
it's like
handcuffs. They handcuffed him behind the back. They put him in the time machine car, tied the thing, and
yes,
just send him. Okay, just want to make
in the
sure.
clothes, in the
Yes,
they made him put the suit
they
on.
dress him up. Yeah,
I don't understand why how they can, like, they
Because we
control him.
haven't seen it works because we haven't seen the car yet. So we don't know that's it involves
Yeah,
this
yeah.
elaborate crazy roller coaster
yeah.
track.
Looks like the Superman ride at Great America.
Also, there was an old man who saw him fall. Like a whole crowd of people were seeing him fall.
Irish guy.
Two people falling because it's him and Jean-Claude Van Damme falling. So then they like cut that moment and then they drop him in so it's like, "Oh wait, I didn't see two guys fall. I saw one guy fall and he just landed on a car and killed himself." Even though he was crushing in the fucking stock market. So he's and also this guy has no social security number, never existed, blah blah blah. Like where did he come from? It makes no
That won't
sense.
affect time. Okay, that won't affect anything in the
Uh,
future. Something
And then
strange like that.
yes, of course. And then also he doesn't have a watch or any technology or there's no butterfly effect. There's no little ripples and
You don't got time for that.
issues.
John
Like if
Claude
he
Van Damme scooped up his Walkman, scooped up his machine
yeah.
Oh
pistol, and
yeah, there's just a
made sure
Walkman
to
in his
take that all
office.
with him.
It'd be funny if there was a Terminator 2 style thing where like a radio guy finds the Walkman and he's like, "What is this?" And then he's
Yeah.
able to like create a whole new world of technology on the Walkman, like Dyson.
There's no time for this kind of thoughtfulness. Okay.
This is an action movie, not a historical documentary.
I'm trying to see some butt cheeks, dude. Yeah, you can't fit in Belgian butt cheeks if you're worrying about all this stuff.
All right, let's get to
There,
the knife fight.
hold on, wait. There's also
Okay.
a
Okay.
scene where they at the time agency or the time police force or whatever where they're talking about all the different time travel crimes going on. They're like, some guy's trying to kill Jimmy Carter in 1979, and some guy's buying up real estate in Beverly Hills on the cheap. And there's like so many things happening. There's like it's like completely out of control. All this time travel shit, and they're like so cavalier about it. Like, oh well, we better get on that. And it seems like this whole thing would be a complete fiasco and fall apart like immediately.
Also,
It
like
would
if
not.
that's happening, shouldn't that be like affecting, you know?
Current times,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. If they see it happen, if they know it's happening, what do they
How do
mean?
they?
What do they mean that it's happening? It
How
already
do they
happened.
know? How do they know?
Yeah.
They never go over that.
Can't worry. You gotta. It's just about the
Because
butt
it's
cheeks, dude.
because the movie does something smart. It's about a man who's in love with a woman, and that's all we care about. Beautiful Mia Sarah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off girlfriend. She she's the babe, and at the beginning of the movie, right before she dies, she's like, "I have something to tell you." Oh wait, no, or no, she goes, "Things are different now." He's like, "What do you mean?" I mean, I've seen this movie before, but did you? Oh yeah, you guys seen it. You knew
She's
she was pregnant.
Prego with sauce. Yeah, we know.
He's
She's got.
busting. He's like, "Oh, are you pregnant from all the times I came in your pussy, and I just would stick my cock in your pussy and just blast cum everywhere? Are you pregnant? Because I just fuck you all the time, apparently, in the middle of the
Yeah.
day, and I just leave cum there."
Yeah.
It's like,
You should go
what?
back in time, clean that up.
She's pregnant? I had no
Ow.
idea. What?
Wow.
How could that happen? I'm just a fucking Belgian cop in America. Have you ever seen a foreign cop with like a French accent? Like, hello.
No.
That
I
would be
thought
so
you
weird if you got pulled over and the cop was Belgian. Like,
were
what the fuck are you doing?
Chinese.
What do you care what I'm doing? I don't care how fast I'm going.
Oh, you are speeding.
Oh, you run Silva. You bad guy. You come with me now.
Yeah.
In a police outfit.
How
Real.
come we don't have foreign cops?
That's a very good question,
They're
William.
probably out there.
Well, they're in my fucking movies. I watch
Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop. That guy's from fucking Austria.
I don't think there's any. Is there any reason why you couldn't be a cop if you're a foreigner? It's not like being president or something.
There's a whole reason you're a pussy.
Yeah, well, obviously, that's number one. There's got to be some European dudes or something that are cops.
English.
It would be really weird. I've never ever seen a foreign cop or heard of a foreign cop.
There's definitely Chinese cops, like in San
Really?
Francisco, for sure.
But they're
But
not foreign.
are they foreign born? Yeah, I don't know.
They,
You can't tell that by looking at them.
they have cop accent. They have that like dry demeanor of a cop. But in this movie,
License and legislation.
that's racist.
That's all I got.
I don't go for that kind of humor.
I'm sorry,
Now,
guys.
Chinese Time Cop. Now that's a
Mm,
film.
yeah.
My wife, she dead. Ah,
They immediately like
oh, me
arrest
no
him.
likey.
They immediately arrest him for being Chinese.
Dude, if he said me no Reiki after his wife died,
Oh,
that
so
would suck.
sad.
Yeah, that
So
would be sad.
sorry.
I wouldn't Reiki it either.
Now
My wife died.
In a
they have a
huge
new
explosion.
assignment. They have a
It's
new
cool. It's cool.
assignment. They have to go back in time because there's mysterious time activity involving a computer lab factory, a coldware. So they go to this
What is
dirty
that? What is that coldware? I just heard.
they
I
go to
remember clocking that word.
they go to this dirty, dingy, disgusting factory warehouse where they're making computer chips.
Yeah.
Computer chips involve clean air factories where you have to wear like you get like sealed into like a suit, and there's not a single particle of dust can break a computer chip and make it worthless. But in
It's like
this movie,
superconductor. I remember him saying superconductor too.
and they usually
But
have like lots of employees, but this one just involves one guy. And you see dumb young Ron Silver when he's naive and young, and he's like, I don't want to do this investment anymore in computer chips. I want my money and I want to leave. And then the big time travel butthole opens up and goes bloop bloop. And then five or four ridiculous henchmen walk out with like the worst outfits, worst haircuts, the stupidest looking guys you've ever seen. And then in front of these four guys, there's another butthole, and boom, there's Ron Silver now with like a beard, and he's like confident and older. And he's like, you don't want to do that. You better tear up that check because that'll be the worst investment you'll ever make. And he's like, what? You're me. And then I love Ron Silver as an actor, but whenever he has to do two characters in one shot, he's never looking at the right place and their eyes are never matching.
yeah, yeah. What
And
are you
he's
gonna
always
do?
like, huh? Like one, his mouth is open and he's like nervous and scared and he's just staring like in one direction, and then there's like a confident Ron Silver walking circles around him, like, "Hey, it's me from the future. Let me tell you something. You
Yeah.
got to lay off the snacks. Don't
We
be
have the candy
fat."
bars, fucko.
Yeah, he's a dick. He's like, "Lay off the candy bars, you fucking piece of shit." He's like so mean. And
He's the bad guy. He's doing a great job of it.
now this guy's going to invent coldware, and it's going to be this amazing thing, and he needs money to become president, so he wants to invest in it. Which is why he then takes a gun and shoots him in the head and kills him immediately. So that makes no sense. I guess that means it'll become his company.
That's how it
Whatever.
works. If you kill the CEO of a company, you become the CEO.
Oh, it's the
That's
invent. He was shot in the head, and you,
Luigi is the CEO of United Healthcare. Yeah.
yeah. And then also, we didn't talk about this before this scene. Jean-Claude Van Damme gets a new partner from Internal Affairs, a young black woman.
Never good. The internal affairs part, not the black one.
So we get to see her go back in time using the time travel car. And this is a good scene. I like this scene.
Oh yeah, this scene delivers for sure. Like the launch or whatever. I think part of it, you know that guy, the VR horny nerd guy? The
Yes.
William. But
The
like
tech guy, he's like, "All right, here we go." Like
he's like, let's
he's all
blast to the
cocky.
past. He's
He's all
doing like
cocky.
he's making it like rock and roll
He's
and stuff.
watching porn at work on VR goggles.
And they
And
know
they're
that and he's not being like reprimanded at all, which is that's a cool workplace. But yeah, so William just walked away. He
So
like
yeah, that guy was
ran
funny.
off screen. But anyway, the launch is, I guess I'll keep talking about it. It's cool. It's like a big set piece of the movie. Like,
It looks like a carnival roller coaster.
yeah, they make it like unnecessarily dangerous. All of a sudden, yeah, like they've been traveling through time, and then all of a sudden you see that they have to get in this stupid car that's on a track, and it blasts. It has to go really, really fast, but then they also put up this like steel wall, which seems unnecessary to put the wall there.
They
Safety
also said you
first.
have to travel in pairs, but we've already seen Jean-Claude Van Damme go back in time by himself.
Yeah,
So that already makes no sense. But the scene's really good just for like juicing all like tension and suspense. And we get to experience it through the eyes of this woman
yeah,
who's never gone on the ride before. And she's like book smart. She's like, "Oh God, I read about it, but I've never done it." And Jean-Claude Van Damme is like, "Don't stick your head out the window."
yeah. He's always cracking jokes.
He's like this wise, seen it all Belgian cop.
Yeah,
He's been around and done it all,
classic
and
archetype.
he has so many one-liners, and they're all so bad. None of them, they all kind of work.
Yeah, they all kind of work. It's crazy though, because he has one-liners like after like at the end of the movie, after like the big climax, like or when there's like real heavy stakes and intense drama going on, he will kill a guy and still have like ooh, he'll be like, ooh, that's gotta hurt. Because he like shot his dick off or something.
I can't
He'll
remember
like,
when he says when he kicks the frozen arm off the guy, but it didn't make any sense.
he said,
And
"Have a
Yeah.
nice day."
yeah, what is he should have said something like,
have,
chill or
have a
you're
ice
out
day or
ice
something.
cold or
Yeah.
something.
Because everything he's doing is just like watered down Schwarzenegger. And even the guy getting his arm frozen and then him kicking it and it being shattered is like that scene in T2 where the liquid metal
Obviously. Yeah.
guy got frozen and
That's
then
cool. It was still
he
cool though.
exploded. It's cool, but I'm just saying like everything is like he's B tier Schwarzenegger in this era. And he never really this like he never really got to the A level, but this is pretty close. This is essentially his Under Siege. Like Under Siege is a complete ripoff of Die Hard, but that's the best Steven Seagal movie. It's like the one where everything kind of worked, has a really good villain, Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey, and it has a nice, it just moves. But these actors, these like action actor guys, there's a reason why Jason Statham has been doing this like way longer than them. And it's because he's not high and he can speak English, which is something that like messed up all of them. Even
What, you
Stallone,
can't be high? What are you talking about?
Stallone can barely speak.
You can't do drugs? What's the problem?
And also, Jason Statham never went above his weight. He only makes. He's like, I'm fine making this like garbage. Like, all his movies are like, they're not like $300 million. He's not like The Rock, right? He's not trying to
Right.
do these like giant, stupid, huge, big budget movies like Rampage or Red One. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll make The Beekeeper, Working Man.
I heard that movie's awesome.
Beekeeper.
Yeah.
I watched like 20, 30 minutes of it. So Rashida Jones from Cosby Show, right? That's the
No,
wife, Mrs.
Rish,
Rashida
Felicia
Khan,
Rashad.
Felicia Rashad.
Yeah.
So she's this stupid old lady, and then
Close.
like in the opening scene, these like tech guys call her up, and they're like, "Hey, we just want to let you know you won some money, and you just got to give us access to your social security number and credit card and all your banking information." She's like, "Okay, that sounds good." And they rob her, and they're
Yeah.
like, and they have like a boiler room of like they're not Indians, which is how it's done. They're just like white guys in America, like, yeah, I just robbed another old lady, took all her money. Definitely not going to get in trouble or anything. And then Jason Statham gets revenge, I guess.
Why is it cool to make them white guys? You know what I mean?
Why don't we just make we got to make movies racist again?
Because who wants to look at a goddamn room of Indian call scammers? I mean, no one's
I
gonna want
do.
to. Well, I'm yeah. You're in the minority, I think.
I'm in the silent majority, okay? There's if I it's like if you made a movie about the cartels, Mexican cartel gang members, and they were just white guys, I would be so upset. It would be
Cool.
so lame. It's like, what are you doing? Just do the
We don't
thing.
want to
Just
offend anybody. So
why?
inner city gangs in Harlem
Look,
or West Baltimore. It's just a bunch of white like good looking white guys. Different
and
haircuts.
and then they'll make like the president of the United States like a 4'2" Peruvian woman,
Yeah.
and she'll be like, "Oh, Jason Statham, you are good. You save America."
Dude.
I can say this because I am Peruvian. Now,
Yeah. In your
what I'm trying to
shirt.
say
And
is
I'm Asian.
Hollywood,
That's why I did the Chinese voices. Just throwing that
Ho-
out there.
Me too.
Hollywood, you gotta get it together. Just make the movie make sense, okay? I don't care if it's racist or not
I
racist.
mean,
But
yeah,
this movie
but if
doesn't
it's a
make sense,
real
and you
thing,
like
it's
it.
not race. You're not being racist if the thing is real. If you're basing, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, we all know stereotypes are based in fact. That's the truth.
so,
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's stupid in The Beekeeper that they're like in America doing it.
but hey,
Oh, the whole movie's about scammers. That's what it's about.
but
They're the bad guys.
Oh,
And,
okay, okay.
I appreciated, I appreciated them having the black woman come in Time Cop, and I don't know, she was good. She had like a professional air about her. Also, it was like a different, it's like, yeah, back when the fucking lead of the movie was a white man. So it could be Belgium. That's basically like a minority. But it's like having like a black woman there and she like did it good and she fit in and stuff like that.
and she betrays him.
And she betrays him, and that's the important thing.
And then
And,
double
Can't trust him.
crosses. She does only betrays him and then double
And
crosses
he forgives her.
later. Yeah.
So it's just you know,
the
we
movie
come out
moves.
on
Look,
top.
I like that this character's introduced. I like that there's a twist that she's very quickly revealed to be in on it with Ron Silver.
Yeah.
And I like that earlier the guy said, Ron Silver owns half the department, blah, blah, blah. So when John Claude Van Damme comes back, Ron Silver basically owns the time enforcement agency. He owns the time travel car. No one has any idea what Jean Claude Van Damme's talking about. Like the whole world has changed.
We kind of skipped over the warehouse scene though, which was pretty awesome, I thought.
Let's talk about some of the action. Tell us what you thought, Adam.
Well, remember when Ron Silver got like he got like all like past Ron
He
Silver got like a scrape and he
scratch.
got like a scar on it. That was cool, you know, fun stuff. And then like the guy getting his arm frozen and kicked off is good. And but the best part, the coolest part was when John Claude Van Damme jumps over that thing and makes a barrel like a fire barrel like fall while he's doing it, and then it creates this big explosion. He has to like that was a good stunt.
Use a forklift to get all the way extended up, hiding behind two barrels
Yeah, yeah,
that he then also jumps over, which was hilarious.
yeah.
What about when the
Awesome.
assassins earlier in the movie come to his house? That's a cool scene.
Is the one guy supposed to be like an Australian Aboriginal or something? What is with that hairdo and
Big
everything? The
white,
tall,
weird
yeah,
looking
yeah,
white guy.
yeah. What
The
Dude,
is
that
he
guy
mullet,
supposed to look
the
like?
mullet
Yeah,
with the shaved sides.
yeah. What the fuck was that?
that guy's awesome. That guy's in
He
Or like
Rumble in
looks
the
he's
like
like Native
Bronx.
American
He's
or
in Rumble in the
something.
Bronx too, that guy.
he looks like a character out of Universal Soldier. Or not Universal Soldier. What's the one with Hulk Hogan and Christopher Lloyd? Suburban
Suburban
Commando.
Oh,
Commando.
oh,
You
Yeah,
know the
yeah,
bad.
you're
He
right.
has this. It's like this awful
Let me see.
Terminator Road Warrior, wacky clothing. But yeah, the guy has a mullet and shaved heads. He's in the movie so much, and he never says anything. And every time you see him in Time Cop, you're like, "Who is this guy?"
I'm gonna
He
look
sh-
for this guy on Letterboxd for a second.
you see him in the mall with Mia Sarah.
He's so
oh. Hmm.
weird looking.
Anyway, the scene in the house when they break in, this is cool. There's like a knife fight, and the editing is so good. It's like it's not the best knife fight choreography.
That's what sucked about it. Yeah,
It's not
No,
as good
that
as like a
knife fight.
Hong Kong Chinese movie, but it's the edit.
Just going like,
They're trying their fucking best, and there's like quick little shots of like the blade that are like 8 frames, and you just see like a close up. It's like they're doing all these, and then there's this awesome scene where Jean Claude there's water spilling on the ground, and this guy's gonna lecture shock him with 50,000 volts, motherfucker. And then he jumps up and does the splits on the countertop. The guy
yes,
shocks to water, then the water touches his feet, and then he shocks himself and he dies. It's
happens every day.
amazing. It's amazing.
And yeah, and then it's like, you know,
Nothing this cool happens in No Escape ever.
yeah. The action in No Escape was pretty lame.
I mean, there's that cool scene where the tree trunk falls and has spikes, and
yeah, that was cool.
Better in
but that,
Predator.
that but it has like there's like a cool sequence of events. The booby trap. How did he get past the booby traps? I don't know. He just ducked. The bad guy in Time Cop, Ron Silver, is so much better than the bad guy in No Escape.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I
Ron
love
Silver
Ron.
he gets nasty.
He's got depth.
He eats a
Yeah,
peanut angrily, or is it an
yeah.
M&M? What's he eating? His little candy dish. And
Pistachios.
this movie has some of the most amazing future technology ever before seen in movie history. Minority Report, people go like, "Oh, the freeway sequence, the cars go up the side of the building." That's bullshit. Look at the future car from Time Cop.
A
You've
fucking
never you've never seen a car this high tech, this sleek, this futuristic.
It's
It's like
so
a
clearly a Ford Taurus with just like something slapped, like plastic slapped all around the outside. It's hilarious.
the front windshield of the car. They're like, "Okay, what's in the future?"
Oh, you don't need to see.
Um,
Here we go.
you just need like Kanye, Big Trouble in Little China glasses over the front of the car. Like they cover it with plastic and they put like Venetian blinds. So it's like, oh, cool. You can't see when you drive, so you're just gonna die. It's
Gotta
like they
trust
couldn't.
in the AI of the car.
There was a story about RoboCop. They made a future car and they drove it on set, and they said the entire cast and crew started laughing at it because it looked so fucking stupid. So the producer said, "All right, I know what we're gonna do." He just took a regular Ford and he spray painted it matte black. And it's like one of the first times anyone had a matte black paint job.
Murdered out.
And so it kind of gave it this like, oh, it looks like a normal Detroit car, but like there's something different about it. Like it kind of works and it looks gritty and real. The cars in Time Cop, it must have cost so much money because you keep seeing it in the corner of like scenes.
Yeah.
And like the last shot of the movie is like the house.
They just shoehorn it in.
Everything is good and everybody's happy. And then there's like a future car parked.
It's a really stupid looking station wagon, like
Yeah.
futuristic station wagon, like with wood panels stuff, but it's like also futuristic. But
It looks
also
like
it's so crazy that they start in a car and then they're like spit out and they're not in a car.
yes,
And they're spit out like in random spots or whatever. Like
in the freeway, and he has to duck underneath the car. That's a
that
cool
was heart
shot.
stopping, yeah. But
Remember the future car has like a satellite, like a radar on top, like a spinning radar. It's like spinning in circles.
I mean,
that's
It kind of
annoying.
looks like an
I sh
airplane,
self-driving cars have that on top
like
of
a
them.
private jet
mm,
or
we're
something. It
on our
just
way
looks
to the Time Cop future.
it's like in an old Hollywood like an old movie. They would take like a dog and then they would put like a gorilla mask on it. And they're like, look, it's a monster. And you're like, that's just a dog wearing a mask. This movie, it's like a car is wearing a costume.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
a
cool.
bad one.
And it's like thicker and fatter than a normal car because it's all covered with all this shit.
Oh, it's like Martin Lawrence in Big Mama's house. He's wearing like a fat suit and stuff.
Big Mama. Paul Giamatti's greatest film.
Hell yeah. I found that one henchman. Uh, kind of looks like he's a professional wrestler or something. Richard Faraci.
Faraci, what the hell kind of name is Faraci?
I think it's like, let's see,
French?
Italian.
Vancouver, Canadian. Yeah, it's Italian, but
Is he
He's
related to
French
Devin
Canadian.
Faraci, famous movie blogger?
Probably
Canceled.
nepotism.
Canceled. Canceled rapist. Now,
Oh no. Oh wait, this guy's a bodyguard too. It looks like bodyguard to the stars.
I love how Ron Silver just has these henchmen, these gangster guys that he hires, and it's like they never get. Aren't there like dead bodies, and aren't people wondering like who they are, like where they come from, and don't they have future shit on them? Like what happened to the guy with his arm that got the frozen arm in the computer chip factory? Like,
He
imagine
ca the,
if like there Nvidia had a giant killing spree in one of their factories, wouldn't that be a big deal?
Yes.
And no one knew who the people were.
Oh yeah, and there was a guy with like a frozen shattered arm.
And like people had like weird clothing on and like futuristic clothing.
Hey, I got bad news. Richard Faraci has passed away.
Oh,
No, the
Two,
gentle giant.
2015.
from what?
He fell
Anal
He
down.
was
cancer.
really nervous about the election in 2015.
Died of nervousness. That's a
Yeah,
horrible way to go.
yeah. But
The Nvidia corporate office is like 10 minutes from my house.
dude, you should go try to have a fight in the warehouse.
I
You could
should.
be
I
a
really should.
henchman.
I
You look
could. I could.
like a
I
tough
try to get a
guy.
job there. I'll try harder.
Yeah, you should try to get a job as a henchman, Mike.
I should. That would be a good job for me.
That'd be cool. Yeah, and most of the time you're not, gonna get your arm
I'm not going to
frozen
save
and
the dude's
shattered by a
life or
Belgian
anything,
guy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I just might get a
Yeah.
little beat up or have a little tussle with somebody.
Also, like, how come like henchmen and bodyguards, how come they just don't like get a paycheck until the moment of truth happens and then they like don't do their job and then they're like, well, I guess I have to find another, or I guess I'm not a bodyguard
Criminals,
anymore.
criminals don't take direct deposit
It's an extremely risky job, being like a henchman or a doorman or something,
or a
because
drug dealer.
yeah, you can't just beat people up. That's assault, So it's
Well,
very
you don't have to
trying
do
to.
it. Yeah,
You
you
have to
could.
frame it as self-defense, which let me tell you is another extremely difficult thing to do.
See, you're already made to, you know, you're made to be a henchman.
I am. I should do it. Who
Well,
am I gonna
henchmen are disposable too. They just die.
Who am I gonna work for? I gotta find a
They're
super
nameless.
criminal.
Yeah, you got to
They're
find a really cool super criminal. How
like
about Donald Trump?
Hmm.
a child, like a child gang.
Hmm. Yeah, that would be good. I would
Like
need
you
to.
need
How do you learn how to do
child
white collar
gangs.
crimes? Where do you learn that?
You need to be a white collar person.
Oh shit! I
See
got to work
you,
on
I
that.
would be like, hey Mike, what if I gave you how about this? You rob a vape store
Hmm.
and I take half the money and you keep half the money.
Why am I giving you half the money?
So then you kill me. So first you go the vape store robbery goes all wrong. You kill the vape store employee, like a young woman,
Yeah,
Hmm.
and then you get like $1,500,
Hmm.
maybe. You get like $150
Hmm.
and
$150.
a
That's a
bunch of
lot of
galaxy
vapes.
gas and a bunch
Well,
of
that's
galaxy
cool.
gas and
Yeah, you
vapes.
could.
And then I try to shake you down. So you just kill me and steal my car.
I'm Jimmy the Gent.
And then you just get arrested driving poorly.
over $150.
And a
And
Sad.
that
lot of vape
and
pens.
That's
and
fair.
that's
That's
and
fair.
that's the perfect crime.
Yeah,
A lot of mayhem, a lot of murder, and nothing to show for it.
something to do.
That's how it goes.
Got to
The
stay
life
busy.
the life of the henchman is not, you know,
Just
they don't
immediately, I'm thinking of the vape store down the street and how it does not have security and it's just one dude. He's got hella cigarettes. Fuck.
cigarettes
Mike,
are I saw cigarettes at Ralph's like $12,
I
13
just
Mike,
bought a
bucks.
pack for 17.50.
dude,
What kind?
you gotta get,
Dunhills.
you gotta rob this vape store. Get that
Yeah, I should.
150, bro.
And the vapes and the cigarettes. And
Everybody
like
pays with
and like
card or Venmo and shit.
200 fancy, like super intricate bongs too. That
Oh,
would
that'd be
also be
cool.
nice to have. I mean, that's invaluable.
The cops come to your house. They're like, let's look around. And they're like, why do you have
I
250
blow glass,
bongs?
okay? It's a hobby of mine.
You know, in all these movies, they make the future look so cool and slick and fancy and high tech, but the future is so gross. The only movie that actually got the future right is Idiocracy. Like the way the clothing
Mhm.
was just like wraparound
Advertisements. Yeah.
patterns, and everybody lived in like garbage and just ate fast food and
Go to Starbucks all the time.
watch like dumb movies.
Yeah, like,
Costco.
because like Time Cop, it's like the future is like the technology is progressed, but we're still in the 90s. That would be
Well,
ideal,
except for
I
the
think,
cars
except for the car. But the cars still
and
kind of look like they're from the 90s. You know what I mean?
the VR porn.
And the VR porn is so good, so hot.
The woman with the really bad breast implant.
Ugly face.
Would you fuck her?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I throw her a bone. What are we talking? Anally,
You would be
orally,
so,
vaginally?
no, you would be so grateful, Mike,
Hell
in
no, I
real
wouldn't.
life. In
I have
real
had
life, that woman would hit like
He
you'd be like,
hates
that's the most beautiful woman
he
I've
hates
ever
skinny
seen.
women.
Oh yeah, you hate skinny white women.
it's not that I hate them. I'm not attracted to them. It does nothing for me. I look at her, it looks like a piece of chicken or something. I just not interested.
I hear you. I
What
want to
about
fuck
Dua
chicken,
Lipa?
so that's my thing.
See, she's skinny and she's hot. She's hot. She's got a really nice face. And you know her pussy is just clean as tight. You can see that. Shaven.
You could see
She's
that as shaven.
No, I mean, but you could just imagine.
Mike's
You
looking
know,
she
at
I'm
his
just saying you
penis
know it
again.
is. I can't see it. It's where is it?
Okay.
I think you and her have a lot in common. She hosts a literature podcast where she interviews famous authors and obscure writers,
Is that
and
true?
yeah, she reads like hundreds of books a year. So I think you and Dua Lipa need to get together and talk about
Intellectual
Chopper.
things,
Yeah, Chopper, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Some of
robbing
your,
vape stores,
yeah,
Yeah, you
stabbing
would
a
have a
guy at the
lot in
toll
common with
booth.
Dua Lipa.
she's not Mexican like I thought, or
No, she's
Brazilian,
like
or
Romanian or something.
Albanian.
Albanian, yeah. British
Shocking,
Albanian.
shocking. So
Her name sounds a little Latino. I get what you're
what do
saying.
you? But what do you think about Mia Sarah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off girlfriend, John Claude Van Damme's love?
She's all right. She has a nicer face than the virtual reality girl, but
Some people say
six out of 10.
Some people say Ferris Bueller's Day Off's girlfriend is the greatest movie girlfriend of all time, Sloane.
She's way cooler in Ferris Bueller, and I don't know. She's got more like Riz in Ferris Bueller, I would say.
Sloan makes commercial toilets.
Well, the way you with your diet, Mike, that's the kind of
Ah, so yeah, like I was telling William, what
Mike,
about? Go ahead.
what? Hold on, go ahead.
With
you need
my
to get a
diet,
commercial toilet, by the way.
what if instead of Time Cop it was Time Crock? And what they do is they go back 4 hours in time, set your crock pot for you. So in your present time, you have freshly stewed meats and pot
Yeah,
roast.
that's a cool idea.
Is that a good idea?
Were you making something in a crock pot when you were
No, I
watching Time Cop?
no, I was not. I was just
Oh,
thinking
okay,
of
cool.
food. I do
That would
have
be
a crock
cool.
pot.
It would be
Eh,
cool to just like have food made for you. You know what I mean? Whenever you felt like it.
Bro, aren't you married? Your wife don't? Oh no, you're the wife and you don't cook.
I'm the wife.
He
I know.
cooks. He makes
Sorry.
dinosaur chicken
I
nuggets.
make dino nuggets.
Come on, it's got to be dino nuggets are busting. My daughter won't eat anything
I
other
gotta
than
I gotta
dino
step my
nuggets.
dinner game up. I make breakfast though.
Okay, fair
What do
enough.
you cook, buddy?
But the-
Eggs
the
and toast,
breakfast?
Fuck
baby.
yeah, bro. Eggs and toast. Now, Mike, what did you have for dinner last night? We got to talk about this.
Okay, so I started with my diet of where I eat a sandwich and I eat half for lunch, half for dinner. So I got home, I ate the half a sandwich
Is
for
this a
dinner.
diet that you invented, by the way?
Then I had to make up a package of tortellini, which I did. I made the tortellini and then put grated cheese over the top. And then
Is
I
this
was
part
gonna,
of the diet?
yes,
Okay.
I was trying to stay healthy. So
Vegetable tortellini, like
no, cheese and
cheese filled tortellini, and then you put cheese on
bacon
top.
with bacon inside of it as well.
What?
I don't know. It was like a special tortellini.
Okay.
I can't remember.
We need a
Chicken
time
and
cop to
bacon
go
or
back
something.
and
Pork.
stop
You
you
enjoy
from-
pork. You're a
And then I
pork
was trying to be healthy, so I ate 2 oranges. And then
Why two? Why?
that's
why
how many.
two?
Because
I've never had
that's how many.
two oranges
All right, because I ate all of the
at
oranges I
once.
had.
Sit in. Okay.
And then after that, I got hungry, so I looked up some DoorDash. McDonald's was having a deal. I looked on DoorDash originally because I wanted cookies. I'm like, okay, just the cookie stores are super expensive. So I'm like, okay, I'll get 2 McDonald's cookies. And then I'm like, oh,
Why would you?
there's this
So
deal.
you
You
don't
spend
have you.
$15, you get a Big Mac for free. So I got 2 more pies and another hamburger. Yeah,
And this all
Hold
fits
on.
in your
$40.
This all fits in your diet.
I failed my diet
Oh,
yesterday.
no.
I have no impulse control. Today I did much better. I didn't eat lunch and I just had another package of tortellini for dinner and then that's it.
Nice. That's cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Good work.
Thank
Skip
you.
a meal. That works. Now
Yes.
you don't. But you live in a food desert. You can't walk to any restaurants.
Directly across the street, I have a froyo place, a Togo's, and
I thought it was two go. Isn't it two goes?
No.
Oh, okay.
no,
All right, we don't need to get
Florida,
I don't
man.
need to.
And yeah, I do
to-
live in a food desert. There's one
kick it off.
extremely expensive grocery store, and that's really all there is.
I can't
And
believe
they-
Togo's is still in business. I thought they
Yeah.
were all out of business.
Yeah, I guess it's okay. You know, I get the roast beef dip sandwich occasionally. It's pretty good.
It sucks.
It's
That's
mean,
what you want. You
Compared
know,
to an actual sandwich shop, yeah, it does suck.
what you want is a nice little. You want to be able to pick up a little thing every now and then. You know,
Like
so you
a
don't
Mexican place or something like that.
because the DoorDash will just the fees will make you
It's-
go like, well, I got to keep adding. I got to keep adding. I get a discount if I go here and this and that because they don't make money unless they sell $30 worth of shit, right? So
I know. I need
Well-
to just delete the DoorDash app. There's no reason for it.
DoorDash is the scourge of our era. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Shitty
Man.
food, expensive, pays their workers jack shit or their contractors jack shit.
There's
Sad.
a cool DoorDash subreddit or Uber Eats subreddit, and you can just read all the drivers kind of like, well, I worked 15 hours today and I made $112.
Yeah.
I hate my life and I wish I never signed up for this service and I have no way of getting out of it.
Thank God my girlfriend figured that out very quickly and stopped doing it. Thank God. Yeah, she worked the whole week and make like $200. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then you got to take into consideration how much you're fucking up your car and
the
everything else.
car is like you're completely destroying your car.
What DoorDash is basically you're monetizing wear and tear on your car. That's all it is. You're trading your car for money.
Yeah, but
Dude.
they have really good health benefits, really good promotion. You know, it's like a career. It's something to look.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can work your way up.
Yeah.
You become the door.
Yeah.
If you dash hard enough.
If you dash hard
So-
enough, you can actually work at the McDonald's instead of
Yeah.
delivering for them.
What about
I'd like to be a human
Timecop?
door.
It's the gig economy, and he's like, and he has to deliver McDonald's to guys like you
Like in the
who
year
want it
2025.
now. He's like,
Oh, so
I have-
he goes back in time when I order it and just delivers it to me.
or like it's
Yeah, this is
future
Time Croc.
McDonald's.
Time croc.
I have to make a
This is
delivery.
guy.
I have to make a delivery.
It's a poor gig economy worker, like having to go back and set your stupid crock pot up for
He
you.
needs his tortellini.
Yeah, and I'll point out the McDonald's is maybe 3 minutes from my house. The guy
Driving?
made $1.50.
Driving?
Yes.
Why do you take advantage of these poor people, Mike?
You know what? I'm gonna delete the DoorDash app tonight because you know what I'm gonna do right now.
You
Well,
need to
no,
get your food. You need to get your food at the grocery store, and you need
uh-huh.
to just make food at home, right?
And just eat it all immediately the first night.
Oh, that's what you do. What are you, Kramer? When he was fucking not when he got rid of his fridge?
I get that. That's why I don't keep sweets in the house. I don't. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can't keep in the house because I'll eat it all.
I'm sorry, but aren't you full? Don't you like I eat one meal, I'm full.
Sometimes I can just eat any amount of food, just in any amount. There's no limit to it. There's no filling the void that is within my body.
You're a no limit soldier.
Stop, drop, shut them down, open up
It'd
shop.
be cool if they just had like the time cop
Oh,
car.
That's you just crushing a entire pizza by yourself.
I do that all the time.
They have the time cop car and they
Hell
just put
yeah.
a Big Mac on the seat.
Go on.
And then they have like a little, and then they have
Yeah.
the double quarter pounder with cheese on the back seat, and then they just send them back in time,
It's like a
and then you're
Guatemalan immigrant, like
you're
a
just
poor
sitting
guy.
in you're just sitting in your chair in your apartment, and then there's like a big giant time space bubble that opens up, and then two burgers just fly at you, and you just like
Thank
catch them
God. That would
with like
basically
with a catcher's mitt, like a
that's
hockey
my
mitt.
future heaven. That's
It's a
heaven
good
of the
idea.
future.
I'd like to invest in this
I mean, how
company.
long till a drone just drops the food off to me?
Pretty
That would
quick,
be,
pretty
yeah,
soon.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
great.
with they're definitely like with Trump, they're going to deregulate that, and that'll be a thing. Like Amazon already
Does shit
is
like
work
that.
is work has it ready, but it's like, is it going to be accurate?
In Austin, they have
I don't
robot
know.
delivery robots,
They have
They
that in
had
L.A.
food.
ground
Yeah,
delivery robots.
they
They have
had
in
those here
L.A.
10 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Probably 15 years ago now, actually.
San
Okay, okay.
Francisco, it's crazy. You go there, they have driverless cars,
Yeah.
Waymo, and all that shit's been around a long time.
I also lived
Um,
20 minutes for Google. They had self-driving cars over 10 years ago.
what I want to invent is an app. It's like Uber, but for prostitutes.
Don't they have his back page back up yet? Or
What's that?
oh, I thought Backpage is like where you go and find prostitutes and I've heard that that's where you easily pick up escorts. It's where all
Okay,
the
okay. How about this? How about
it's where the
this?
Craigslist casual encounters
I
went
want to
to.
make an app like
Wait, what's
Uber,
it called?
Backpage.
but
How do you
okay,
spell
Mike,
that?
Mike, listen to this. I want to make an app called like Uber
Okay.
and Backpage called Roadhead, and I get a ride
Yeah,
for
yeah.
free, but I just got to blow the driver.
Like Bang
Oh,
Bus.
you're giving the head. I see.
I'm giving the head. That's how you pay. Roadhead. And
We
then a
should move to
guy,
a head-based economy.
and then a guy who has a car, and it's like, I'll give you a ride. But on the ad, they make it seem like a woman will give you Roadhead, but the guy's like, I signed up for Roadhead.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
on the,
You're
he's
like,
on the
damn, all the
Roadhead
drivers are
subreddit.
guys.
All the
It's like
drivers,
the old
it's the
glory hole
same
switcheroo.
guy. No, it's the same guy every day, and he won't leave me alone. And
You
I
keep
just
giving,
drop.
giving him like 2 stars. You don't want to give him one. You don't want to like fucking ruin his rating, but he just keeps
He
showing up.
makes me drive him really far, and then he makes me drive him all the way back.
Yeah.
For one head.
Then you have to suck the entire time, you're saying?
He's sucking you the
Yes.
entire time.
Oh, he's sucking you. You were at the beginning, you were sucking him, I thought.
The driver is the guy, and he's like, I'm not making any money.
But you getting your
What's
dick sucked. That's what the CEO is saying to him when they're complaining about when they're
okay?
trying to
Look,
unionize.
the future is dark and scary, and that's the plot of Time Cop. You see, everything changed at the Time Enforcement Agency. Ron Silver took over. Jean-Claude Van Damme quickly convinces the tech geek and his boss, the cool guy from Animal House and
okay.
Black
Yeah,
Sheep,
cool.
Bruce McGill, I think is his name.
He's charm. You got charm.
He's like, we were best friends. Oh man, that's so cool. Anyway, you convinced me. I'm gonna die and sacrifice myself, sending you back in time right now. Here we go. And Jean-Claude Van Damme goes back in time.
Remember when he blasts the guys who kill him? The time
Oh, with
machine
the
car
fire.
blasts him with the fire. That was awesome.
Every 2 minutes, something awesome in this movie is happening in this movie. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. It's just
Yeah.
cool. Okay. It's like a diesel powered, no, it's a jet powered car. I guess that's a jet flame, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
It's a jet.
Like a rocket.
Cool. That's so cool. It has to go really fast to go back in time, like Superman. So
That's how it
Ron
works.
Silver is going to kill Jean-Claude Van Damme, even though in the beginning we saw he failed and he killed Mia Sarah. Who cares? Jean-Claude Van Damme runs into Mia Sarah. He like finds out she was pregnant. Oh my God, my wife. I wasn't really paying attention for the next 5 minutes. I was on my phone because this part's boring. It's a lot of blah, 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 blah. Then we get to this big house and it's raining and it's like, all right, final showdown. The weird tough guys with the bad hair show up. They're fighting on the roof. They're doing karate. There's two Jean Claude Van Dammes. It's like Back to the Future 2 all over again. You got the young Jean Claude Van Damme and the old Jean Claude Van Damme. And
Yeah.
they can't touch because two people of the same matter can't touch.
Yeah.
Ron Silver gets them. He's going to kill them. He's going to blow them all up. Now, he says, I'm going to blow up with this C4 bomb. And then my younger self will be president. And it's like, but wouldn't he just die in the time when he gets older? He just die before he became president in the explosion? Because how can you change time and die? But anyway, in the time paradoxes don't exist in this movie. He believes it. He's going to do it. But who shows up? Young Ron Silver. At the exact minute countdown when the bomb was going to go out. Young Ron Silver showed up at this dark, scary house, just walked in, walked upstairs, and it was like, hey, what's going on? I was
Hey,
told to
what's
be
going
here.
on over here?
Someone left a message. You called me. He's like, what are you doing here, you fucking idiot? God damn it. And he's all pissed. And Ron Silver had said this thing to Jean-Claude Van Damme about him doing Broadway. He should do Broadway because all he does is kick. And then Jean-Claude Van Damme goes, well, I must be on Broadway because I'm still kicking. And then he kicks Ron Silver. Doesn't push him. He kicks him. And then young Ron Silver goes, whoa. And he touches old Ron Silver. And then the greatest CGI in movie history. This CGI, you've never seen anything like it before, except for maybe a Nintendo 64 game. Two men
Sega
merge. Their matter touches. They contort. Their
When two become
faces.
one.
They become one, and their eyeballs, and it gets all gooey, and it goes whoa, and
That's
it's
what
like
sex is like.
and then
Chimera.
That's what sex with me is like.
now that's a time paradox. How could he run into himself if he's dying as a young self? It makes no sense. Anyway, he saves
That's
the
why they
day.
melt into goo. What are you talking? You just answered your own question.
We need a scientifically accurate time cop.
It would destroy the whole universe. The time paradox. We know this from Donnie Darko. Anyway, Jean-Claude Van Damme goes back to the future, and what does he have? Mia Sarah, a little kid, a future car. Everything is happy. Everything is good. Bruce McGill is alive. This movie is 96 minutes of excellent entertainment. I give it 3.5 stars. It's just a joy. And like I said, you got to watch No Escape first to depress you, to make you sick. Now, I gave Virtuosity 3 stars. I think this movie's better.
I enjoyed this movie too. I think 3.5 is a good rating for it. Because yeah, it just moves. It's good. It's a crowd pleaser. Jean-Claude, he's he's got movie star qualities where he's fun to watch. That's all that matters. You know what I mean?
He's physical. He can kick.
Physical, but also like when he delivers lines, they're funny like if he's not good, he's funny kind of.
He's not a great actor. He's a movie star.
Yeah, yeah. So he's got that like
He's like me.
magnetism. He's like William.
He's
And
beautiful.
like it's fun to think about how stupid it is and like, all those things. But yeah, it's like those scenes where like you can tell that they're really like the people making it were like, this movie's fucking awesome. We're killing it right now. Like when they're like go back in time for the first time in the car. They're like make it a spectacle. They make it fun. So 3.5 is a good rating, William. You did it again.
Yeah, I hate to say the same thing, but I'm going to start out at a 3 because I liked it. It's got a lot of nostalgia for me. It was super fun to watch. All the same shit you guys said. But I'm going to bump it up a half a star specifically for Ron Silver because he fucking killed it in this movie.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I thought he was a great bad guy. like you said, compared to No Escape, I mean,
Yeah,
that guy was a
he's a
fucking
fucking
idiot.
idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
So we
like
all agree 3-5. Yeah.
he's being like all cheeky and like,
Yeah.
or like Ron
Campy.
Silver's being like
A
a
dick.
dick and he's
Yeah.
angry and like,
He shoots
He has
people,
status. He has
you know.
status. He's an evil senator who wants to be president. He's ruthless.
yeah.
He doesn't
So
have a stupid piercings across the top of his nose.
And like
Ah.
Russell Crowe is a great villain in Virtuosity,
Mhm.
but the movie is not as cool and it doesn't move as fast. It's like he's the best part of Virtuosity, but Time Cop, I enjoy the Jean-Claude Van Damme scenes. Now, if you like this movie, you got to watch what Peter Hyams and Jean-Claude Van Damme made next, Sudden Death.
Oh my
The
God.
ice hockey Die Hard ripoff with Powers Booth
I didn't know that.
as the villain.
it's a great name.
They go to it's about a hockey game, championship or finals. I believe the Pittsburgh Penguins are in it. It takes place in Pittsburgh. The vice president is at the game and he is taken hostage by Powers Booth.
That doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But it's just the vice president. They couldn't make it the
Why
president.
not just make him the president? The
That would just be
vice
like unheard of,
president.
I guess.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit.
Al
They got
Gore.
Kamala.
Al Gore. I mean, it's the 90s, but yeah, Kamala.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
got
yeah.
JD Vance.
Mike Pence. Good stuff. I'd love to rescue all those angels.
I would love to see a movie where Mike Cernovich was taken hostage. I think that would be cool. I would like to see him go from the world of political shit posting to acting
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of Mike Pence, Mike Cernovich.
Okay. I don't really know who that guy is, but yeah.
It's one of our great speakers.
Okay. Hey, what about me?
Adam
What about
Hostage.
Mike? No, it's just I'm one of our great speakers.
I would like to see a movie, Adam, with you
Okay.
and, you know,
Being doing badass stuff.
I'm trying to think. A guy
Ladies.
like,
Getting ladies.
I
Doing
mean,
cool things. Killing guys.
you're like
Killing
the
guys,
white
kissing
cop.
ladies.
You're like the white cop the black cop makes fun of in the movie. You're the Judge
But
Reinhold,
ultimately,
the Luke Wilson.
yeah. But ultimately, it comes to respect and think is cool.
You like shoot one bad guy at the end, and they're like, "Hey, good job."
Yeah, I saved the guy because I shot, saved the main guy. Well, fuck you, man. What do you think? You'd be fucking cool? Like you'd be sliding down things, blasting guys or something?
Yes, he does think that.
I'd be the IT guy. I'd be masturbating to VR porn.
Oh, that's true.
Mike is the henchman. These are
Mike
our
is the
archetypes.
henchman,
We can't
yeah.
help it. We're not great actors. But we could
But we
have.
will be one day.
We're great day players.
Sure. I would love to be a guy that dies in a movie. That would be really fun.
Of ass cancer.
Yeah. Yeah, henchman dies.
Caused
Ass
by
cancer off screen.
you're a gay porn star and you have so much anal sex
That I get cancer of the ass.
and you die.
Yeah.
You die of super gonorrhea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant.
You're like, I thought it was a superhero movie. I didn't know it was
Like this, are you sure these scenes are going to make it into the final cut?
Are these B-rolls?
The side character that gets ass cancer from too much gay sex and then dies.
It's the B-roll
Yeah. You're going to be in the movie. Don't worry.
It's the B-roll from Jurassic Park.
Hey, I was looking through my notes real quick before we wrap up. One of the things that they talk about is you can't go forward in time.
Because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. But if you go back, doesn't it kind of make sense that you couldn't go forward again once you go back?
Yes. How are they ever going to get back after
Yeah.
they've gone back? Yes.
He has a little magic beeper.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess that explains it.
Yes, that did
The
not
beeper.
make sense, Adam. Another thing about this movie that did
And
not make
they
No,
do
the
go
magic
back.
beeper.
Hold
You're
on.
right.
No,
They do go back to
Williams
the
reminded
future.
me about the magic beeper.
They do go back to the future because when they go back, it's not like he sees himself drive off. He comes back after the car had driven. So technically, they are going into the future to a time they hadn't lived in. You know what I mean? So it is a plot hole. What he
Oh
should do is
no.
come back and see him. It's like remember in Tenet, he would like see himself arrive, and then he would like walk out, and then
Yeah.
like he should come back and then see himself drive off because that part that's like a little runway, you know.
I think we should write a letter to Peter Hyams and
Tenet.
tell him that we have discovered some plot holes in the movie Time Cop.
Peter Hyams is a great director. He shoots his movies. He's a great lighter and cinematographer. Um, his son directed a movie with Jean Claude Van Damme called like Universal Soldier 4 or some shit.
Oh, that's the good one, right?
And Peter Hyams shot it for his son. That
That's
movie
awesome.
fucking rules.
Dude, I've never seen it.
I
Oh
didn't
my
know that.
God, dude.
I like the first one, and that was terrible. So if there's an actual good one, that sounds awesome.
There's like 6 Universal Soldier movies or something. I can't keep track.
But I've
It's
heard
pretty
that
cool.
one is like weirdly like a
The
really good
one.
movie. Yeah.
It's an easy 3-star film.
Mm.
I don't know. I never finished it, but when I watched the opening scene, I was like, "This is cool." And then I was just like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but hey,
Not
it's cool.
that cool.
I mean, I'm gonna fall asleep, you know, but it's
Speaking of
cool.
falling asleep,
Now, should we do another Peter Hyams movie?
which one?
Future Justice continue. Let me tell you about this movie called Outland, 1981.
Sean Connery.
It's like on Jupiter or Saturn on a moon. Sean Connery is the sheriff of a moon colony. And the movie is like a remake of High Noon. It's just a total ripoff of High Noon, but in outer space.
Nothing wrong with that.
Is it good?
It's fucking the tits.
Ooh.
Now, I know you wanted to do Alien 3. Here's the problem with Alien 3. There's a theatrical version that's an hour and 50 minutes. And people go like, well, that one's not as good as the director's cut or the assembly cut. The assembly cut is over 2.5 hours. It's long. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it. It's like Alien 3. I mean, it has cool costumes, Mike. You know,
Yeah, I like Alien 3. It's on a prison, what, like planet or spaceship or something.
it's like a penal colony, but of in space.
That
Yeah.
does sound cool. Damn.
Or Sean Connery.
But I see, I'm not trying to watch a 3-hour aliens movie, like you said there. I would rather, for me, I'd rather watch
That's fine. Whatever.
Or we can go to the east.
why can't we just do them both? You know,
We can watch an anime, Ghost in the Shell, about a future police force of robots. Future
Never seen it.
police robots.
the Scarlett Johansson one we talking about.
Now the anime.
Anime,
No,
anime.
no, it's pronounced anime.
Okay,
Oh,
Auntie
really?
May.
Oh, damn.
What are we gonna do?
Uh, I don't.
My vote is for Outlander out of those three.
I guess I'd say Ghost in the Shell probably, but I'm cool with it. Whatever. Why don't we ask the listeners?
You want me to ask
Listeners.
our
Come on,
Liverpool
Adam.
That
friend?
one guy.
Adam, we gotta go. We gotta go Outland. We cannot do a cartoon.
Okay, all right. Well, what do you fucking?
Why did you fucking
You brought
ask?
it up.
We'll do it. We'll do Outland, and then we'll do Ghost in the Shell.
Okay.
There you go.
Because also Adam is in trouble for fucking up the schedule.
I know. Sorry, guys.
So we going back to regular schedule next week?
Yeah, I could do it. It was like a weird last minute thing.
Yeah, you are weird last minute kind of guy.
Hey, what the fuck? Man?
I'm so mad at you.
Hey, man. If you want to be my henchman, you better shape up.
That's fair enough. You know what? I do need to shape up. I mean, I
Guess
can wreck shit like this, but if I was in shape, oh my god,
Guess who the villain is in Outland?
I just want to get jacked one more time before I'm old.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Who's the villain?
They just juice it, juice
Peter
it.
Boyle,
Ooh,
Oh,
all right, you're getting me into it.
henchman. There are some great henchmen in the movie.
Let's do it.
I just can remember. I can just picture the cover of the movie with the. He's got the shotgun in one hand and the uniform on. Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. It's a blockbuster special.
He's a space sheriff. It's a
Yeah.
remake of High Noon. Now, Harlan Ellison didn't like the movie. He was like, "This is bullshit. They're just remaking old movies." I wonder what Harlan Ellison would say about today's film culture of remakes, huh?
Hmm, that's the question.
He suffered no fools, that Harlan Ellison. All right, guys. Till next time, live long and prosper.
Let me
Good
take that
night.
back about Harlan Ellison really quick. Just
You
take
like
that back.
Harlan Ellison?
No, it's okay. Let's stop. I was
What
just
about
kidding.
Charles S. Dutton?
I was just trying to say one thing, but I was trying to think of something funny about like the splits from Time Cop that we could riff on for a second. Like maybe he just like jumps up and he sits on like a big dildo or something like that instead doing a split.
I don't think he's gay, Adam.
Okay.
What if
Or
the
like he
time?
does it and then
Hold on.
accidentally
Are you
does
saying
it.
what if Time Cop was gay?
Yeah, what if Time Cop was gay?
This is a bit with legs.
So more of a fun thing to just let's see what else could be gay Time Cop. Goes back
Well,
in
it's like
time. He's
he has to do the splits in his movies, but he always needs a reason too. So it's like, okay,
That's one of the best reasons. That this movie probably is like the best one. They got the thing, the water that spills, and you know what I mean? It's motivated. He's not just showing off his
Does
butt.
DC power work like that?
Oh yeah.
I don't know that it does, but maybe.
electric water's conductive.
Yes, but yeah, I'm gonna research this before I explain to you why you're wrong.
I don't even know what DC power is. I'm a
DC
Marvel
power is
guy.
like a battery
Oh boy. There's our
or
joke. That's the joke we gotta go out on.
oh,